Here now with the very latest, editor-in-chief and investigative reporter, justthenews.com, John Solomon, and Fox News legal analyst Gregg Jarrett is with us. John, let's start with the news part.
Yep, this issue is boomeranged around Joe Biden. Just 2 months ago, he was calling the president totally irresponsible, President Trump, that is, for having allowed documents to come to his private office. Now Joe Biden stands accused of the same thing. What do we know? It's about a dozen documents. They were in a closet at the Penn Center, the Penn Biden Center, which is a think tank that Joe Biden went to after he left the vice presidency. They're documents from the Obama administration. They have classified markings on them. At least two of them, my source tells me, has information, either the markings or the information included in them would typically be classified at the top secret level. National Archives referred this to the FBI and the Justice Department a few weeks ago. What's interesting, the government's known about this since November when they named the special prosecutor to investigate Trump and the documents. They kind of left this out. They didn't tell anybody until the story broke just a few hours ago.
Let's talk about the law, Gregg Jarrett, and let's talk about and compare and contrast. We have Hillary Clinton. Now, we didn't get the 33,000 emails, but we did have the top secret classified information on her servers. We did have a case of, I would argue, obstruction. That was BleachBit. That was destroying devices. That was removing SIM cards. Now we got a case of Joe Biden. When you compare it to Mar-a-Lago, do you see any difference in the three?
No, there's none whatsoever. And, you know, I'm amused by the New York Times, which published a story a couple of hours ago saying, oh, there's a complete difference between the cases because the Trump potential charges don't involve intentionally mishandling classified documents. Sure they do, you dumbbells. Read the warrant. It says so in the warrant. Not only that, 5 months ago, the lead headline of the New York Times was, files seized from Trump are part of Espionage Act inquiry. They went on to describe that involves mishandling classified documents. Now they say it doesn't involve classified documents. So paid no attention to the dopes at the New York Times. They don't know what they're talking about. But this certainly blows a hole in any ability of Merrick Garland and the Department of Justice to go after Trump for allegedly mishandling classified documents. You can't say, oh, well, it's okay for Bill Clinton to have done that. It's okay for Joe Biden to have done it. It's okay for Hillary Clinton to have mishandled hundreds of classified documents. But, whoa, when Donald Trump does it, even though he may have declassified the documents and under the Presidential Records Act is allowed to maintain control over the documents, no. His name's Donald Trump, so we're going to go after him with a vengeance and threaten him with crimes.
Now the question is, will the FBI and the Department of Justice treat both cases the same? I mean, the Hillary case time has come and gone, sadly. I would have liked to have seen her held responsible. That's not going to happen. John, what are your sources telling you?
Well, listen, the first question I got to find out, are there more documents like this? If Joe Biden could walk out with these documents and bring them over to his think tank in Washington in an insecure location, maybe we don't know all the documents that he had in his possession. So the first thing that the FBI and the Justice Department will do is to try to determine if other documents walked, if other people have possession of similar documents. Then the question is, what's the intentionality of it? That's why we have the U.S. Attorney in Northern Illinois taking a look at that right now. And a third question is, Congress is going to get involved. I talked to James Comer tonight. He has a statement out saying, hey, we're going to look at this. We want to find out what's going on. You can rest assured Congress is going to keep a very close eye to make sure that Trump and Biden are treated the same way when it comes to this very same issue.
Greg, we'll give you the last word. Does this tie Merrick Garland's hands in your view?
Oh, I think it does. And look, the entire dispute with Trump over documents should have been handled civilly. The proper remedy is to bring a motion to compel to turn over documents pursuant to a civil subpoena. Not threatened criminal charges here. But, you know, Merrick Garland is going to be very hard-pressed to bring any criminal charges against Trump. He's going to try to claim, perhaps, that, oh, he didn't cooperate enough. Well, he didn't cooperate because he was following the Bill Clinton standard, which the Department of Justice set. They went to federal court and says a former president has complete and unfettered discretion to keep whatever he wants. That was the standard till suddenly overnight Merrick Garland says, oh, with the exception of Donald Trump. Well, read the Presidential Records Act. There's plenty of latitude and discretion there to have given Trump authority over control and maintaining of whatever documents he wants. So, you know, it's going to be a hard case for Merrick Garland to bring against Trump.
All right, Gregg Jarrett, John Solomon, thank you both.